Hi guys, I hope you're well. I've decided to record this before and also after the session because one of my clients said it might be slightly more engaging to do it this way rather than actually record me talking over the top of the video. So I'm just in my garden right now and it's a pretty perfect day, to be honest. Tuesday, like I said, got back from Mexico a couple of weeks ago. It was very cold in the UK, but today looks like it's much nicer again. Also, is Max. If you haven't met Max, Max is a dog we basically inherited as my grandma unfortunately died. It was her dog. He's like a cross between a terrier and a Westie. But even though he's quiet there, he's extremely lively. He's actually, I think he might be like 14 or 15, but he acts like a puppy. But anyway, recorded this session, so this was lower body plus chest. If you remember that, I'm really striving to improve upon my weaker body parts, which is shoulders, back and arms. And because I'm in the fat loss phase, I'm more looking to maintain these muscle groups as much as possible before I then enter the muscle building phase where I'm trying to really improve these weaker body parts. However, in this specific session, quick note, for whatever reason the camera wasn't working when I first came into the session. So as a result, the lighting, for whatever reason, is not very good on some of the different sets. And also, it's important to note, I haven't included all of the sets. So if you're going through the video thinking, oh, he's only done X number of sets there, why has he done that few? Don't worry about it, I'm going to discuss that after the video. In addition to that, I know I mentioned I've been using like a percentage-based program for my big key compound lifts, so squat, deadlift, bench press, overhead press. I'm still playing around with what program I'm going to be following. So in the past I've done Wendler 531, small off junior and daily undulating periodization within this last year, but I'm still undecided on that. So I'll discuss a little bit more at the end of this video, kind of explain a few things why I'm doing them, and then in another video I'm sure I'll discuss my actual program in terms of those key lifts in a little bit more detail. Also, you've noticed my squat, I'm still working on trying to keep my head a little bit more closer to parallel, not looking up as much. You'll notice that on some of the clips my knees are caving in slightly, so something I have to try and improve upon. Still extremely weak, so this is something I'm working at improving within the muscle gaining phase. So enjoy, and I'll speak to you at the end of the video.
Right guys, I hope you enjoyed that. With regards to the session itself, so I actually did 5 sets of 5 for squats. I then did 3 sets of reverse dumbbell lunges, 1 leg at a time. I then did leg extensions, 3 sets of 10, and then did bench press, I think it was 6 sets of 4. And then I did a cable fly, and then I did a little bit of calves as well, which I didn't record. So again, one of the things I just wanted to impress upon you is as soon as you pass that intermediate phase, i.e. you've got 2 years training experience under your belt, this is probably the time when you need to start targeting some of your weaker body parts. You'll notice with my program it's all tailored to my weaker body parts, hence why I'm hitting everything more frequently, hence why I'm adding more volume to those specific body parts. Oh, here comes Max. There he is. Have you met your macros today, Max? He says yes. You do that is twofold, one by increasing frequency, one by increasing volume. So focus on those 2 key things, and in practical terms, volume, sets times reps times load, but in practical terms it's more about increasing the number of sets, the number of exercises, the total amount of work for that specific muscle group or muscle groups. So hopefully that makes sense. Really start focusing on yourself. Additionally, one of the things I may start doing some of these vlogs is maybe go through some of the meals I'm actually eating, and I think it may be a really good eye-opener for you, because I think a lot of people are under this impression that to achieve your physique goals it really is complex, but the reality is once you're meeting your daily calorie and macronutrient targets, you can let your personal preference dictate your food sources. And if you see some of the meals I eat, it's actually very boring, very simple. You can add more variety if you choose. This is just my personal preference, but that's the key thing. It's just tailoring your preferences to match your daily calorie and macronutrient targets. So as I discussed in some other podcasts and videos etc, is if you're just training once per day or doing weight training, maybe a small amount of cardio, focusing on daily calorie and macronutrient targets, protein, carbohydrates and fat, is really the way to manipulate your body composition.
If you were training twice per day, if you were in endurance training, this is where nutrient timing, between session 1 and session 2, is extremely important.
The other thing I briefly want to discuss is why am I doing percentage-based work for my big food lifts, and it's important to know it depends on context. Like anything with regards to training nutrition, it depends on the context, depends on the individual. Because I've got almost 8 years weight training experience, the more advanced you get, the more difficult it becomes to make progress with these key compound lifts. So using a percentage-based program, and when I say percentage-based program, referring to a percentage of my 1 rep max. So basically these utilize different rep ranges using different percentages of your 1 rep max, and the goal is just progression. All it is
just a tool for me or anyone using any of these programs just to get stronger over time. So as I discussed, the real key with training is focusing on progressive overload, focusing on increasing volume over time. As I discussed before, volume is the biggest determining factor for increasing hypertrophy muscle growth. So all it is just a tool. If you're a beginner or intermediate, I'd focus on more straight sets. And another option for an intermediate is to, which is what
I do for a lot of my clients, is to have different rep ranges within a cycle. So I'll sometimes have a client
who has a 3-week cycle, and they might start with 6 reps, then they go to 4 reps, then to 3 reps. So week 1 will be 6 reps, week 2, 4 reps, week 3, 3 reps, and this is a great way to continuously gain strength, because if you go back to week 1 on the training cycle after the 3 weeks, it's very easy to add weight to the bar each and every week. So just using a simple periodization when we're fluctuating the reps from a week to week basis, it's easier to make strength gains. However,
if you're an absolute beginner, just focusing on straight sets, focusing more on slightly lower reps for your compound lifts, anywhere between 3 to 8 repetitions for squat, bench, deadlift, overhead press,
and then more the typical 8 to 20 repetitions for your isolation accessory work. That's an excellent place to start. So hopefully this has been useful. Like I said, I want to try and keep these somewhat informal, because I think within my other podcasts I'm very informative as being like a black and white background, and which is great, but I think some of you want just more kind of
application. They just want more things you can model, and that's why I think the vlogs are so beneficial, because a lot of people learn
by modelling. And to see what I'm doing, obviously you're not going to be copying exactly what I'm doing, but you can start applying some of the weaker body part principles I've discussed, and maybe you'll apply a percentage-based program when I finally decide exactly what I'm going to be doing with that. But hopefully this has been useful. Hopefully this new setup is maybe slightly more enjoyable than what I used to be previously, when I was just having a white background and just talking and basically telling you what to do. Hopefully this style will help, and additionally, like I said, maybe show you some of the meals, maybe have you follow me around. Like I said, Gordon Green, I know I mentioned in my first video, he's doing really well with these vlogs at the moment. I think I can see how beneficial they are to people, so I know he's doing really well with that. So I found this useful. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do like the video, enjoyed it, and I'll look forward to speaking to you soon. Take care.